I'm recording this video to help you understand and learn a little bit more about me. And it's part of my story. Um, for 12 years, I served congregations and thought I was really doing a pretty good job until the day when I was given a choice. The choice being either resign or be fired. That choice shattered my self image. I had thought of myself as a person who could handle all of it. And I thought that was the image other people had of me too. Obviously, that wasn't true. And thinking about all of that was devastating, for one, but it also led me to wonder what was going on. Why was I being fired? And I realized that that self image was hiding um, a number of things that were really getting in my way. And with the help of some mentors, and both from inside my faith group and from others beyond that, I began to realize that at the root of what was getting in my way was a feeling of really not being good enough, that I was never measuring up. And when I felt that about myself, obviously others were feeling that way about me too. Um, so I had to do a bunch of work with that. And in doing that work, uh, over time, I also began to see some of the ways that that manifested in my life and in my ministry. And it came out in all kinds of interesting, you might say, not always, well, never really helpful ways. And yeah, I can go back and look at some of where that came from in my life and in my family, but um, it was coming out in kind of squirrely ways in my ministry. And part of it was in the way I was working in managing myself and self care, which really wasn't all that great. Um, and some of it was in my management style, my communication style, and in my relationship with other people. And I've found a lot of different ways that that comes out. Um, it's much of it within me, but other ways it's shown up in other uh, clergy and faith leaders who I've known. But in all of that, I've I began to deal with all of those feelings, and in the process also learned about and began to embrace the gifts that God has given me. And in that process, that gave me the courage to continue on in ministry, because I was on the verge of quitting, and uh, and even go on to serving in a congregation with my husband, who's also a pastor. So we were a clergy couple, which is a very interesting dynamic. And also, I ended up mentoring 14 seminary students over a course of at least 14 years, and now have started my own business coaching other faith leaders. And the reason I do that is because of the things I've found out, that how things get in our way and some of the things to do about that, but also when we clear that stuff out, the joy that comes back and the sense of satisfaction that really can be there in ministry. And that's something I have found, and that I would like other people to be able to find too. So that's some of my story. And if that resonates with you, you know, let me know. But it's my story, and I wish you God's blessings.